Hello, everybody. Well, welcome to a very serious episode of The Take. I know you're probably here for a movie review, or you usually come here to see us do like stupid, fake, dumb New Jersey accents and make a bunch of stupid jokes and talk about movies, but there's more important things going on in the world than movies right now. So we've made the collective decision to just switch the focus of the show from reviews to current events and politics.
There's things we need to talk about, guys. All jokes are over.
Well, what are you wearing?
Just kidding, it's your boy Dan Gordon, aka Shelley Duvall. We're here at The Take. We're gonna review Jaws. Why don't you guys introduce yourselves?
I'm nobody.
I've never had to introduce myself on this show, so I don't know what to say.
I know what you're thinking right now. Why am I watching this? Why aren't I watching the Eric Andre show on Hulu or something better? Well, I'll tell you. These guys to my left are comedy improv geniuses. I throw out any topic, we'll just riff on it. For instance, supermarkets.
9/11.
Here's to swimming with bow-legged women. Theme song! Welcome back to The Take. This is our first Spielberg movie, guys.
It's hard to believe.
It's really hard to believe.
Would have thought we would have done that by now.
I think I said on our episode 10, when we were doing our top 10s, that this was like my first, I always thought of this as my first R-rated movie, but it's actually PG.
Yeah.
PG or PG-13?
No, this is PG. This
Actually, Spielberg invented PG-13, so he hadn't invented it yet.
I did not know that.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Well, it's surprising that we're 12 episodes in and this is our first Spielberg movie, because his name is pretty much synonymous with movies for the, the average person.
And it rhymes. Spielberg movies.
What were you guys' first experience with Spielberg? Like, who introduced you?
The movies. I don't know. Spielberg's one of those things that's always been around. I don't think I was really aware of Spielberg until mid-90s, Jurassic Park.
I think Spielberg's the first director where I started to see a singular voice was making all these movies.
Yeah, my uncle introduced me to Spielberg.
It was my dad, yeah. And I'm very grateful.
I mean, he was friends with him and I met him.
You're what?
He's lying.
That's not believable.
All right. Matt, could you please set up the clip?
This is a clip featuring a marine animal devouring a man.
Clip! We're back. All right, guys, the show's running a little long, so I'm going to combine initial impressions. So go at the same time, frame up a nice two-shot, 10 seconds, go!
It was a great movie. It's my favorite movie of all time. It was my first R-rated movie and my first big summer blockbuster. I love sharks, and great white sharks are the best thing in the world.
Stop! Well, I'm really glad to see you guys agree on this because, throughout the show, you chose UHF to review, Horatio all over it, and then you chose Dog Soldiers, Matt all over that. So finally we have a Horatio pick here, Jaws, and you guys both love it.
Come on, Matt. All right.
Could you both like look each other in the eye and Matt, you say something nice about Horatio, and Horatio, you say something nice about Matt?
Your man bun doesn't anger me.
I like your curly hair.
Thanks.
Yeah, I love Jaws.
Kidding. I know we have certain stipulations with the restraining order on the show, but you know, like that's a little.
All right, I'm sorry.
That's a little.
Anywho, yeah, I really love Jaws too. I think I f***ed up by not having it on my top 10 because this movie is flawless. I've watched it like 7 or 8 times now, and I'd watch it again tomorrow. There's something about it.
Anytime it's on TV, I leave it on and I watch it all the whole time.
And I think the secret to that really comes from the cast, like this trio. It's interesting because Robert Shaw, Roy Schneider, and Richard Dreyfuss, none of these guys really work as a leading man, but together there was like the perfect culmination of personalities.
It's a great ensemble.
Yes.
And they almost all had the same initials. This close.
Wow.
RSRSRD.
That's true.
Yeah.
The other thing I really like about the cast is that it's all these like middle-aged, average-looking people, like people you could actually see in real life. You go to the movies nowadays, you see like Independence Day Resurgence, and it's like all these 20-year-olds that have no personality, no charisma.
But they have pecs.
Yeah. They're cast for their pecs.
I know.
Days.
Pecs and paychecks, everybody.
That must be part of the casting call. Take off your shirt. Let's see it.
You've already seen mine. So what genre is this movie? Because I was looking up on IMDb some trivia, and I saw it was listed as a horror. But I don't know if I really think of Jaws as a horror movie.
See, I'd think it is a horror movie.
I'd call it a drama.
A drawer.
A drawer?
I think there's like the first half is horror, and then once they get on the boat, there's like a tonal shift to like more adventure.
Absolutely.
It's like, how do we deal with this situation?
Yeah, Spielberg is really good at mixing different genres and different tones, and I think this is a perfectly good example of that. And you're right, it is horror at the beginning, but then when they're ready to take on the shark, the music changes, the feel changes, and they're on the fun Lord of the Rings-esque adventure to go murder a giant shark.
Yeah, the score is what really, like, a lot of people attribute the success of Jaws to John Williams' score. This was his breakout, movie, and his second collaboration with Spielberg after Sugarland Express. But yeah, the classic dun-dun, that's only in the first half. Then like it's more like just seafaring adventure music.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will say, even though I don't really think of this movie as a horror movie, it does give me a lot of anxiety about swimming in dark water.
Oh, dude.
Wait, why would you have anxiety about swimming in dark water here?
It's a
For
totally
those of you at
irrational
home
fear.
on the internet, we're in Michigan right now, so we're surrounded by freshwater lakes that don't have sharks. The worst you have to worry about is snapping turtles, and those live in ponds and rivers. You're not going to really find those deep in the big lakes.
You know what? But when you see it when you're a child, I saw this, the first time I saw this, I was probably like 5 or 6 years old. Loved it, but terrified. I wouldn't poop for like a week.
I will say that because of the
That's
movie,
not
I've
something you
never
need to
been
share.
to the ocean.
You can just keep that
But
inside.
there's a difference. You know, there's a difference between a lake and an ocean. So
Well, Dan, you see, I
Still
did keep
afraid
it
of the
inside.
don't ever go in
And
there.
I had a lot of medical issues after that.
I think of all the classic like Hollywood lore stories, everyone's most familiar with the story of Jaws and how the shark was broken. That's pretty famous. But I gotta ask, does the shark hold up for you guys?
The underwater shots.
Yeah, because that's a real shark.
No, there's scenes where.
Oh, okay, I get you. I got you.
Like when you first see the shark and it's you get the shot where he's just swimming right through. Yeah. That looks real as hell, and then as soon as he pops the end, it doesn't hold up.
Yeah, the end definitely doesn't hold up. It was scary then, but as now, you know, you watch movies like contemporary shark movies like Deep Blue Sea, and that's a lot more scary than.
Oh hell no.
Yeah, I was
animatronic
actually
shark.
gonna say like I would prefer an animatronic shark like that over a CG
Yeah.
shark.
Well, they had both. That's what I'm saying. The animatronic
No,
shark.
even the animatronic shark looks like garbage in Deep Blue Sea. I watched it in preparation for this, finally. So beyond the shark, what do you guys think about the other technical aspects of this movie? In terms of just editing, cinematography?
Well, the one thing that I liked, and I know that was a reason because of the bad animatronic shark, was the point of view shots of the movie at the beginning and throughout. You know, that building the fear of what's going on. There's something under the water, and along with the score, the dun-dun-dun-dun, you know, that was really cool. And I know they did that because the shark kept breaking and they couldn't show the shark swimming through the water, you know, as the animatronic. And I think that was one of those things, one of those mistakes or malfunctions that really make it good. So.
Very Hitchcockian.
That's what I was about to say. Yeah, it's very Birds-esque.
Well, we're gonna throw to commercial, so we're gonna give you a second to go put some makeup on, get all looking all hot and sexy, and then you can come back and watch more of The Take. Woo!
America! Demand your OUTV!
I want my OUTV.
I want my OUTV.
I want my OUTV.
Turn it on and leave it on.
I want my OUTV.
I want my OUTV.
I want my OUTV.
All right.
Call your university and say, I want my OUTV!
Welcome back to The Take. All right, I want to bring it back to the characters, because like I said, the shark only has 4 minutes of screen time. What makes this movie is the character development. Everyone's very defined, and this is a very macho man movie. It's like 3 guys out on a quest on a boat. I want to talk about the comparing scars scene, which is one of the best scenes in film history.
Wasn't that even just a mistake, or didn't they improvise most of that stuff?
Yeah, Robert Shaw came up with his Indianapolis speech, yeah.
That was a very, very powerful scene, and I think it really made the movie something else. It made it more than just what a horror and like giant monster movie is. It actually added some emotion and some feeling. Because outside of that, it was really just rah rah, let's get this shark, and then it kind of humanized the people.
I agree. It does elevate the genre movie that this is. Yeah.
It definitely established a friendship between them all.
Yeah.
It's a very key Spielberg theme.
Yeah. Do you guys have any scars you want to share?
Okay, I do, but I can't on camera. Not because it's in a bad place, but because it's on my eyeball.
Oh.
And this is legit. Like it's, I can't do it with the lights, but if my eye dilates and my pupil is not round.
Wow.
Interesting.
Because I cut it when I was 5.
I got a little scar on my leg here from I cut it on a pipe at the Grand Canyon.
Wow.
I fell down and got that one. I fell down because I was drunk.
See this scab right here? That's from raking too hard.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
Landscaping job.
Did you get
crap.
hit?
Wow.
Pretty messed up.
I got a little thing here from my cat. It kind of hurt. It was probably yesterday, and he's a little kitten, so he's a terror.
I blacked out and woke up with that. Like I don't remember how it just was showing
Back
up
in
on
college
my leg.
on a dare, I got a vasectomy.
No, Dan! Edit break! I have a lot of emotional scars. Mostly, yes, from these past 11 and 12 episodes. I've seen Dan's nipples far too many times.
And talking about, I love the dynamics of those 3 characters, because talking about the book, which I read this week in preparation for the show, there's really no sense of like friendship at all between the 3 characters. Spielberg said he read the book and was rooting for the shark the whole time, which is a pretty big mistake. Like in the book, Hooper Brody's wife, and then he gets killed by the shark. That's probably the biggest difference.
My God, Dan.
And yeah, it's just like, it's cool. It's Brody and Hooper are friends, and then you got the rivalry going between Dreyfuss and Shaw, which apparently was carried over to real life. With the two.
I read online that there was that feud between them. Dreyfuss tried to take away Shaw's alcohol off set, and it got ugly.
Well, Shaw's from the old Hollywood, and you did a lot of drinking in the old Hollywood.
Yes,
you
he
don't
did.
take man's alcohol. You just don't do that.
Well, speaking of old Hollywood, I do kind of want to talk about the legacy of Jaws. This movie comes 1975. Let's some historical context here. The 70s is considered like the best decade for movies, and I would tend to agree. You got The Exorcist, French Connection, A Clockwork Orange, One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, Taxi Driver, Apocalypse Now, Chinatown, Annie Hall, The Godfather Part 1 and 2, Alien, and Rocky. So it's like directors have never had more creative control than they do now. And then they're making these cynical, heady dramas. They're being influenced by the French New Wave. And then Lucas comes in. Lucas and Spielberg. Lucas throws out American Graffiti. He's like, I'm going to bring it back to old Hollywood. None of this cinema verite, any of that BS. He wants more optimistic popcorn movies. And then, yeah, this is the first summer blockbuster. And a lot of people accuse Spielberg and Lucas of dumbing down the movie industry. Like, they're the reason why we have these stupid blockbusters every summer now. What do you guys have any thoughts on that?
Well, I mean, I could definitely see why people say that. I mean, they did start the giant. I mean, the first summer blockbuster was Jaws here, and but the thing about movies is there are two types of movies. There's two types of on-screen things. Like Matt has always said, there's movies and there's films, and movies are just a part of the culture. You know, blockbuster, popcorn munching, fun romps through the sea, through space, whatever. That is part of the movie culture, and you go see films to see films, and you go see movies to see movies.
But nowadays, there's only micro-budget dramas or
Your
giant
$200
multi-million.
million dollar.
Yeah.
I
Agreed.
don't think it's their fault.
It's not.
It's not their fault because the things that they invented and advanced to even make those movies has changed things the way we've done things forever. I mean, you can hate on George Lucas all you want for what he's done to his franchises, but that's one of the main reasons why we have digital cinema now. The only reason that we have the CGI work that we have now is because Lucas wanted that for Star Wars. You see these big summer blockbusters because that's what Steven Spielberg does. And that's the kind of movies that he makes. And he's even shifted. You can see now, even nowadays, he only makes Oscar bait movies. He doesn't make these kind of summer blockbuster. He's done what he can do.
Yeah, I think it's just a proliferation of people wanting to make these kinds of movies because they know these movies make money.
Exactly.
And that's the problem. People.
It's an unfortunate side effect.
Right.
Because it's possible to make blockbusters that explore the human condition in an interesting way, but you don't get that nowadays because people are imitating. It's a pale imitation.
You can't blame Spielberg and Lucas for things like Tyler Perry or Saw 5. You know, those are audience decisions.
Okay, the last thing I want to mention is just the ending. What do you guys think about how they defeat the shark?
Completely unrealistic. I mean, it's if you guys ever seen MythBusters, they did the Jaws episodes 1 and 2, but it is fun. I mean, in the book, he dies because he just bleeds out, right?
Yeah.
And
Benchley hated Spielberg's ending, and he insulted Spielberg, calling him a B movie director.
well,
I love it.
yeah.
I think it's cool.
You want to blow up a shark? That's cool with me. They set it up. It was set up earlier. Don't mess with those. They'll explode. Cool. And then you put it in the back of your head like, oh, those will explode. And you put it in. You forget about it until the very end. It's a nice bookend. I like it.
Absolutely.
I liked it.
No,
I also
it was-
liked, speaking of the ending, the credit sequence. I liked that too. If you play it through, you watch them just like kind of swim up on shore
Yeah.
where most people would just start walking out.
So I wanted to close out our review here with a little reading from a passage from the book. If you could, I marked it for Horatio there with the blue.
For Horatio,
Horatio,
to read.
please.
Okay.
This is a cold read here.
Oh, I knew this was gonna be this one. Her hair hung down to her shoulders on both sides of her head, then tucked inward in a curl. Her nightgown was cut so deeply in front that both of her breasts were visible, all but the nipples, and was so diaphanous that Brody was sure he could actually see the dark flesh of the nipples. So
Coming
that
soon.
is- that
Horatio
is-
Zaglindia reads 50 Shades of Grey on audiobook.
I don't know about that.
You can pre-order it now on Amazon, or you can hit us up at our Twitter.
I would like to point out as well, speaking of this book, this is another property of the government, Redford Township District Library, and
in pencil.
has been marked in blue highlighter
Why are you gonna put our boy on front like
by
that?
Daniel.
Why are you gonna put our boy
Gordon.
So what are you guys
Not
gonna
like
give this
that.
out of 5 whatevers?
I'm gonna give this 4.5 severed legs.
4.5?
4.5. Because I can't. Can I do 4?
Just because Horatio picked it. You guys gotta
No,
work something.
I mean,
out
like
here.
I don't give 5s out that often, and it's very close to if I kind of do like a 4.9.
No. You can do a heavy 4.5.
Let's do a super heavy 4.5. There were some technical things, some cuts I didn't like that just kind of. But
There are some continuity errors, but who cares? It's perfect.
do you just want me to just 5 severed legs out of 5?
Yes. Thank you.
That's what it is.
I will also give this 5 sharks eating quint out of 5. This is my favorite movie of all time. I mean, even though there are movies that have gotten better technically, I still can't get over how awesome this movie was, and it has started my love affair with sharks. Not like love affair, like weirdly. Come on, guys. But I've loved sharks ever since. So, yeah, nice job, Spielberg. 5 out of 5.
5 out of 5, Alex Kittners. Oh, hold up. I'm getting...
There's
The
nothing
control
in your ear.
room is saying that we got to
There's
go to
nothing-
commercial now.
But there's
so
nothing in your ear.
roll commercial.
Stop pretending.
Welcome back to The Take. We're going to bring back an old segment from episode 4 of our rapid fire this or that questions. Woo!
Nice. Those are fun.
We
I
got
didn't
so many
know.
emails. I haven't gotten any more. Like, my inbox is flooded every day of fans asking for this segment to come back. So.
Quite
Oh,
popular
are you?
online.
Are you serious? Are you
All right.
sure?
Friday the 13th or Nightmare on Elm Street?
Nightmare.
Friday the 13th.
Nightmare. Spielberg or Lucas?
Spielberg.
Spielberg.
Spielberg. James Bond or Mission Impossible?
Mission Impossible.
James Bond.
In recent years, Mission Impossible. No.
It's gotten better, but this is not quickfire. Go!
Alien or Aliens?
Aliens.
Alien.
Alien. Ridley Scott, my boy. Star Wars or Star Trek?
Oh.
Are we talking original, prequel, the whole shebang?
Whole shebang.
Whole shebang. I'm gonna go war.
Yeah, me too.
Star Trek. Schwarzenegger or Stallone?
Schwarzenegger.
Schwarzenegger.
Schwarzenegger. Lethal Weapon or Die Hard?
Die Hard.
Die Hard.
Lethal Weapon. Marvel or DC?
Marvel.
Yeah, Marvel. Sid Hoffman or Sid Frenchman?
I don't know either of those people.
If anyone got that reference, good on you. Bruce Willis or Jackie Chan?
Jackie
Jackie Chan.
Jackie Chan. And that brings us to the end. That's like,
Wow, who won that segment?
We usually have a winner.
there's
Yeah, but that
No,
wasn't
it's
a
not a
challenge. That was just, usually I don't know these things and
Who
you guys
won
make
the
fun
segment?
of me.
You won, Matt. You always
You know
win.
who won this segment? Cameraman
You know
Brian.
who won that segment?
Cameraman Brian.
The mail first. Mail first. Someone call a ambulance.
All right, let's take a quick edit break while Dan puts his microphone back on, and hopefully he does it right.
All right, Melbourne.
How many mail ferns do we have, Dan?
Yeah, Dan, how many mail ferns do we have?
Me. A lot.
I guess I'm conspiracy guy.
Let's burn through whoever wants it.
I'll take it.
Whoever
Baby
wants
communist.
it.
Hey.
Hey.
Baby communists, hello. Hello, comrades.
How should we do this?
Just fast as you can, rapid fire.
Oh, God.
A thinker, a leader, a visionary is wondering, if you were Mayor Vaughn, would you have reported that shark attack or nah?
I mean, yeah, of course. The good person in me, I would have definitely reported it, but who knows the economics that he was dealing with? He had a lot to worry about.
In the
They
book,
had
it's
a-
the mafia,
Right, that.
putting pressure on him.
Right. I'm not a big fan of that plot point in the book.
I like
but-
Mayor Vaughn, though, because he's not just like a evil dude. He's trying to please everybody.
He got it real quick. He understood once things actually started popping. Like he got it.
Yeah, it took his son being possibly attacked. for
Well,
him
you're a
to-
father, Horatio. You know what that's like.
I am?
No one wants to know. If you had to choose between being a shark and a llama, which would you choose and why? I would have to say shark because that just seems like it'd be a good time.
Nice. Yeah, I would agree, but that's for you, not me. Ragin' Cajun 92 tweets in, which shark is bigger, the one in Jaws or the one in the most recent Blake Lively movie, The Shallows? And which one would fight to the death? I haven't seen The Shallows, surprisingly. I haven't seen The Shallows, but I think Jaws, Bruce in Jaws is larger, and it would clearly win in a fight because it's stronger and it's robotic.
I saw The Shallows at the drive-in, and Matt was supposed to go with me, but he stood me up. Film guilt cam. Filmed this sad man.
I have no guilt about
Sad, sad man.
You son of a guilt about it. You're a terrible friend. Probably.
All right, insert clever anonymous name here asks, are you registered to vote? And yes, this is my third presidential election, so.
What's your nuggets? Our boy John Farm says, can Horatio Zernandez please read the Indianapolis speech from Jaws as Michael Pena from Ant-Man?
I think we have the speech.
Oh, it just so
I-
happens
what
we
is this?
have it
This
printed
the-
up.
Is this the speech?
How amazing! I cannot read it as Michael Pena from Ant-Man. The only thing I can read it as is Horacio Hernandez or whatever you called me. So if
Let's play the scene. You're Roy Schneider. I'm what's his face?
Hooper.
You want to be Hooper?
You were on the Indianapolis?
What happened?
Japanese submarines slammed 2 torpedoes in our side, Chief. It was coming back from the island of Tinian to Lati. Just delivered the bomb, the Hiroshima bomb. 1,100 men went into the water. The vessel went down in 12 minutes. Didn't see the first shark for about a half hour. Tiger, 13-footer. You know how you know when you're in the water, Chief? I can't do this. You tell by looking from the torso to the tail. What we didn't know was our bomb mission had been so secret, no distress signal had been sent. They didn't even list us overdue for a week. Very first
Stop!
night, Chief.
All right, just stop.
I can't.
Okay.
Sorry, John. I'm not Mexican, so I can't do the Michael Alpina, Lapina, whatever
Hey
his name
man, you
is.
can't do Mexican, man. It's
No,
pretty
I can
easy,
do
man.
Russian. I can do that in Russian.
No, you can't.
Japanese submarine.
And what are we reviewing next month, guys?
A film, maybe a movie. You know, one of those two things.
Yeah, we haven't decided yet. You guys will be surprised the next time you see us what we're going to be reviewing. We might look like this. We might look like something else. You never know.
I think that's
That's it. That's
All right,
good.
so be sure to check us out on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, like and subscribe. Follow us on G. What the hell?
One step at a time.
We could start singing the songs. Do you guys want to sing the Jaws songs?
Show
Show me the way to go home. Bum, bum, bum. I'm tired and I want to go to bed. I had a little drink about an hour ago and it's gone right to my head.
Theme song.
You ruined my game.
Oh my God, Dan.
Why do you do this stuff? Why do you do these things? Sail back to Boston and return to here nevermore. Thanks for being with us. Bye.